Cactus Jack sent me, and people were getting crazy with how they went to the drive-through to say Cactus Jack sent me. It was $6. $6 got you a quarter pounder with cheese, bacon, lettuce, medium fries, barbecue sauce, and a nice crispy Sprite.
Travis Scott has teamed up with Raising Cane's $20 meal. It goes viral. Travis Scott just launched a limited edition $20 meal at Raising Cane's. Chicken fingers, fries, toast, drink, and exclusive merch. TikTok can't stop talking about it, with videos of custom meal boxes and in-store reactions racking up millions of views. This comes as fast food chains increasingly rely on celebrity tie-ins to generate hype, boost check sizes, and dominate feeds. So, I have often thought to start doing stuff like this. And now, obviously, we can't be doing things with Travis Scott. That's a bit too expensive for us. But, we talk about, I can't tell you how many times we've talked about it on this show when it comes to McDonald's, TiVo, and how you can't really go in there anymore and get a $5 value meal and, be full. It doesn't exist anymore. And listen, to a degree, I understand it. Of course, I have the same food costs. Well, I don't have the same food costs they have. But I understand that food costs have risen. I understand that rent has risen, insurance, probably all that stuff, right? I get that. So to a degree, I understand why that doesn't exist anymore. With that being said, though, it's this type of stuff that me and you have spoken about, where people are like, it's almost like educating folks. Like, this is a $20 meal. Now, I don't think Raising Cane's is known to be that cheap. At least I don't. I know it's more of a fast food place, but I don't know if it like people are going there to save a buck. It's quite good actually. But with that being said, a $20 meal, like chicken fingers, fries, toast, drink, and exclusive merch. I don't know what the merch is, but chicken fingers, fries, toast, and a drink are very inexpensive. They're selling sodas and water, right? Chicken fingers pretty inexpensive, especially at the volume that they're buying it at. Fries, very inexpensive. Toast, very inexpensive. And so all of it will be very good because Raising Cane's does a good job. But a $20 meal, there's this perception, because they're fast food, and not just Raising Cane's, but all these fast food places, that they're offering these really cheap, inexpensive, things to eat. And that's why we have to go there instead of going to the local small businesses and such that offer higher quality food. But listen, it's going to be more expensive because, that's what it is. It's just not true. I mean, you can get, if you go soda, a burger and fries, you certainly will be under $20. If you go to get a drink, different story. But if you get like a soda or a water or seltzer, chicken fingers, fries, and a drink, under $20, no questions asked. And again, now I don't know. I don't have Travis Scott exclusive merch to give out, so I don't know what that looks like. But this is the type of stuff that like I've been interested in, is trying to get the word out in creative ways. Me just educating folks and telling people on TikTok that hey, listen, guys, no, it's better. I promise you, it's better food. It's way cheaper. Like, what are you talking about? Like that, it doesn't land as well. I need to do it in a more creative way to get it out in front of people. And I got to think of that way, because we offer great food, higher quality food, and I'm actually considering doing some things that are a little bit more crazy. And not crazy, but like, fries are pretty inexpensive. We give good fries. Why not do the Five Guys, where the burger? I think the burgers at Five Guys are more expensive than mine. But you have that, but you have unlimited fries. Makes you feel better, or it's like a really big helping of fries. Makes you feel like, wow, I got a lot of food for this. It's stuff like that. They almost got to feel like you're tricking the customer, so that they feel better about the purchase. So it's an interesting thing, but again, it also goes into the other point that social is how you drive sales nowadays. I was at the dentist yesterday. First time, by the way, I lied to the dentist. I said it was the first time in 2 years. It's been the first time in like 4 years. But
totally with you.
Shout out, Boom Smiles. But I went to the dentist office yesterday. And I'm filling out my paperwork, and the dentist comes in. He's like, "Hey, aren't you the guy that owns a bunch of bars here?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh my goodness, yeah. Last night I knew I saw you." He walked out to the receptionist. He goes, "Hey, what's up, man?" And I was like, "What's up?" And I was like, "Dude, have I met this guy before?" Like he like said hello to me, like he knows me. And I was like, "Whatever." And then he walks away and then comes back 2 seconds ago. He's like, "You own some bars in town?" I was like, "Yes, I do." And then we got into conversation about how like it, this is how you drive sales nowadays, and so on and so forth. But it's true. It's like, hey, how can we get you to consider us? I think our sales are up on the liquor and beer department and the nightlife department, I should say, just because we're staying in front of people all the time. And we're just like, my whole goal with marketing, and we'll never be able to track it all that well, but my whole goal with marketing is to be in front of you so many times that we are just in more conversations when people are deciding where to go out. That's all. I want to be talked about with your friends. You can make fun of me. You can talk about something I spoke about, whatever the case may be. I just want to be in the conversation. I want to insert myself into that conversation where I'm thought of more often about where to go out. And that has been my entire marketing strategy. Again, going to be impossible to track. Even when sales have gone up, I'm just arbitrarily taking credit for it. I don't actually know if it's me, but we're taking it to the bank. I'm taking full credit goes to me. Full credit to me. But TiVo, knee-jerk reaction, as I always ask. Travis Scott, Raising Cane's $20 meal. You know, I know you've had a lot to say about McDonald's. YouTube has had a lot to say back to you about McDonald's. What do you got?
That was a great rant.
TiVo, let's go viral again with TiVo's rant now on Raising Cane's. What do you got for me, man?
I don't forget. Some people forget. You might have forgotten. Not the first time Travis Scott has done a meal deal before.
I did forget.
He did a McDonald's meal deal back in 2020, and it went mega viral because everybody would go to the drive-thru and you had to say like "Cactus Jack sent me," and people were getting crazy with how they went to the drive-thru to say "Cactus Jack sent me." It was actually really funny.
That is kind of funny.
So just pulled up some quick info. I remember the campaign. I don't remember the details, but it was 2020. I remember the "Cactus Jack sent me" was how you ordered it. And it was $6. $6 got you a quarter pounder with cheese, bacon, lettuce, medium fries, barbecue sauce, and a nice crispy Sprite. I mean, comparing that to a $20 chicken tender meal, we can see how much inflation is hurting the good people of McDonald's and Raising Cane's across the board. I believe it was a huge success. This is not... I'm seeing some quick hitters here. So $5 million was the payment for Travis Scott for the endorsement, but then he also got they made some like McDonald's and Travis Scott merch that's sold, and he apparently made another $15 million from that, like a $90 McNugget shaped body pillow, $250 menu rug with Travis Scott on it. So I think it was a great win. So I think that's why you're seeing it again 5 years later, because it was a great win. Obviously, it's getting the brand Raising Cane's in front of everybody. Raising Cane's is very in that realm of what you talked about, of just, hey, getting in front of people, being in the conversation. They had a huge contract with Barstool when I was there. They sponsored the college tour that I was on and a bunch of other shows. And I think they still have done stuff with Barstool, obviously now with Travis Scott. So yeah, I think it's a great deal. It seems like the McDonald's one went super, super mega viral, and I don't know. We'll keep an eye on it and see if Raising Cane's Travis Scott content hits the airwave.